It's 7 o'clock. Hello, you're on Tamara's Paper Trail. I am Tamara. This is Check It Out Tuesday, the Thursday edition, because I haven't renamed it yet. And CIOT for Check It Out Thursday is the same as CIOT for Check It Out Tuesday. So I'm sticking with it for now until I can be bothered to change it. I like Check It Out Tuesday, Thursday edition. It's just a lot more to say. Give me a hidey-ho. Let me know who is watching tonight. I think there might be a few people checking it out. Hi, Melanie. For a number of reasons. First and foremost is the amazing card that I'm going to make tonight that I'm totally casing from the amazing Mikaela Titheridge in the UK. Hi, Teresa. And another reason that you might be popping in is to see who won the stamp set in the draw. Hello, Donna, Mary, hey, Coral. Hi, Jackie. And yeah, you know I just had an after 8 peppermint, so you know what's going to happen now, right? Thanks for popping in, you guys. Oh, we got lots of eyes coming on. Hi there, Penny. Hello, Kathy. Are you guys excited to see this card? I am, because I haven't made it yet. So I love doing the cards with you guys. It really gives you and me a feel for, wow, you know, you find a card that you love and then you start to make it and you realize, okay, that's going to take me 400 hours to make. Let Tamara do it and see if it's going to take 400 hours to make. It might. There is a lot going on in this card. Hi, Pam. Still hobbling, Melanie. Come on. Learn to drive that thing. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hi from Cheryl and Robertson Shelley. You mean Shelley Robertson? Hi, Shelley. Hi, Cheryl. Why would you call her Robertson Shelley? I'm very confused, Cheryl. Explain yourself. Pam, how are you? Excellent. Well, let's get down to brass tacks here. Who won the In the Country stamp set? Now, full disclosure here. I started, it was 6:15, just before. Hi, Princess. Hi, Jennifer. It was 6:15, and I thought, okay, before I forget, I'm going to do the draw for the In the Country stamp set. If people haven't put their card in by now for the draw, they're not going to. It's 6:15. They have half an hour left. So I put in everybody's name into my wheel. What's it called? I'm just going to close this down for a minute. My wheel. No, wrong button. What's going on here? Make this one come back. Stop it. Stop it. And then this one. Okay. My wheel of names. I typed in everybody's name and I did the draw. And very exciting. Now, okay, don't get too excited quite yet, but the winner of that draw was Penny. So we'll have a little round of applause for Penny. But wait, Penny. Hi, Jen. But wait. As I spun the wheel of names and I pulled your name, I got a notification that Carolyn had an entry for the draw. So I had to redo the draw. Well, wait, Kathy. Hold on. Hold your horses. So I'm like, oh, Penny's going to be mad because I didn't have Carolyn's name in. So I put Carolyn's name in and I had to respin the wheel. Okay. So I was like, wow, okay, this could go a number of ways. Let me just pull up my phone here. Hang on. Okay, wait. Wait for it. I need my internet to kick in. All right, so here's my phone. Here is the picture this is the first wheel of names that so this was the first one that Penny, that's the name I drew, Penny. And these were all the names of the entries that I drew from. But then Penny, I had to redraw. Look what happened. Penny! Penny won again! Yay! So Penny, it was meant to be. See, now, Carolyn, you can see your name is in here. I got you in there, Carolyn. There's your name. It was in there. So it was meant to be because Penny won twice. Okay, so Penny was sad. First Penny was happy, then Penny was sad. She said, it's okay. But now, Penny, you can be happy again because... Yay! So I'm so excited for you because it was truly meant to be. Thank you to everybody who put an entry in. So that was an entry on the cards we made on Monday. Yeah, I'm trying to get, I don't even know what day it is. This Thursday is really throwing me off, you guys. Like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, tomorrow's Friday. Oh, tomorrow I'm at my dad's. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Anita Landon, hello. Anita, is this your first time commenting? I do not recall your name. Tell me more, Anita. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you find us? Anyway, this was the layout that everybody was to submit an entry for. And hi, Deb, you made it. How exciting. I saw the lovely Deb. For those of you who don't know Deb, Deb was my post office lady at Castle Downs drugstore, or wherever the heck it was I would go and see you, Deb. And she quickly became a friend, a customer. She was a club member for many, many years, a team member for a while. And so, yes, so Deb is in the house, which is fantastic. That means Deb knows how to use the technology and all is going well. Okay. So, enough about that. This card could take forever. So no, Donna, no, I know. I hate, you asked me once to join the island. Okay. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize the first name. I'm sorry. Hi, Pat. Well, I love being watched. Okay, that sounds weird and creepy. So welcome again. I'm sorry. I will now remember Anita Landon. All right. Okay. Anyway, I will send this to you, Penny. You will own it before I do because this is the only copy I have and I'm mailing it to you, sister. I will mail that soon. So Donna, no, I didn't do the envelopes yet. Here they are. This is my proof that I haven't done them yet. They're here, but it's been a week. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. And in December, it will all come together. All the pieces will come together. I digress. All right. This is the card we are making tonight, ladies. You're welcome, Penny. This is the card. Is this amazing or what? So if you've watched me for more than 5 minutes, you know I love a card that makes sense. I can't just send somebody a get well card that has a picture of a chicken on it or a happy birthday card with a beach ball. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It has to make sense. So this makes sense. Believe in the magic. And then we got a cookie and a glass of milk and a letter and a candy cane and a carrot. It tells a story. We got Santa's coming. It's Christmas Eve. Here's our letter for what we want. Here's his cookie with a bite, the milk, a candy cane for fun. There's snow. It's a whole vibe. And I absolutely freaking love it. So Mikaela Titheridge, this might be my favorite card ever. And I'm going to try to recreate it and I'm going to take you along on the journey. Hello, Nikki. Oh, well, that's nice. Hey, Nikki, you're going to have to be thrown onto the island. I am sorry, but you didn't say, hey, I'm late. Can you start again? So hang your head in shame. Off to the island you go. Okay? All right. Is this the right color? Is this pool party? All right. So Mikaela is an amazing, amazing artisan. She has been a Stampin' Up! Artisan for years. I don't think she is at the moment, but she has been for many years, and that's how I found her. So she is the Crafty Oink Pen, Mikaela Titheridge. She's in the UK. So the craftyoinkpen.co.uk. Follow her. She does the most amazing work. Seriously. So let's get busy. This is Pool Party, and this is Pool Party. This looks like Bashful Blue or one of our old, this looks like, yeah. Is it Bashful Blue? No, wait, this looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Where are my ink pads? Why? Oh, Balmy Blue. It looks like Balmy. No, it's Pool Party. Anyway, it's just obviously my printer. So we're getting busy on this. The bell from that antique type snowman set would be great to add. Oh, yes, Melanie, the bell would be fantastic too. Good thinking. And there's going to be more than one way to get some of these pieces. Like there's a little envelope. Who was it who cased this afternoon I was talking to, and I said, well, there's an envelope in the snail mail set. She said, yeah, but it was too big. So she used the one from the kangaroo set. This one is from the Full of Love. So there are different pieces that you can use. This is from the Brood for You, but you know, there's a wine, there are different beverage sets that we've had over time that you could make milk out of. So yeah, okay, Nikki, yeah, off you go. Off you go. Go hang out with Donna and Princess. Yes. All right. So let's get busy because I have no idea how long this is going to take, especially if I keep rambling. So we're going to take our standard card. Oh, and you guys answer questions. If you have questions, answer them for each other because, as you know, on the Check It Out Tuesdays and the Check It Out Tuesday, Thursday editions, I'm busier creating and I don't have the same banter. I'm not reading as much as when I'm doing my Mystery Card Mondays. So if you have questions, feel free to jump in and answer them for the other people. So I'm taking my standard card base, 8.5 by 11, cutting it at 5.5. And then this is going to be folded in half. This piece, oh, so she used, let me see, that would look to eyeball it to be, well, let me just see. It's either 3 3/4 by 5. Might be smaller than that. Let me just trim this. So 3 3/4 by 5. It's one of my favorite sizes. Let's see if that's about right. I'm very good at looking at cards and knowing kind of where their dimensions are at. So yeah, I think that could be, no, I think it's even bigger. So 3.5 by 4 3/4. By bigger, I mean the border is probably bigger. So 3.5. Oh, thank you very much, Penny. Yes, I'm a little angry because I chipped 2 of them. I didn't cap them properly. I haven't done my nails in, months, right, girls? In months. I just haven't. We ran out of, I sell the gel nail stuff, and we ran out of what's called Fortify, and so my nails just went for poop. Anyway, I painted them on Monday, and I didn't cap them. If you don't cap them, this is what happens. They chip. Anyway, you can't see that, and I'm like, I only just did those. But anyway, it felt so good to get my nails done. This is what I did on Tuesday night instead of working. It was very weird, me not working. Nixical. 4.5 hours doing, your paper route in the cold. Yeah. Okay. See, so that looks better. That is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Why is the doorbell ringing? Who is here? 7 o'clock? Strange. Okay. So I am going to run this through. Coda. Either go. Okay. Go see. Hang on. See, he won't go upstairs and protect my life. He'll just bark from down here. Coda, hey. We're just going to listen to my dog bark for a minute. Coda, come here. For heaven's sakes. This is my life. Okay. All right, then. You just about done there, boy? Okay. Coda. Enough. Coda just came back from the spa, and he's not a happy boy. Okay, I'm going to get really mad in a minute if he doesn't stop that. Okay, I should have pulled this embossing folder already, but I didn't. Just a minute, you guys. I have to go yell at my dog. Enough. That is enough. My glasses, I found them. Okay, I'm back. I had to look him in the eye. Okay, I lost my glasses. I'm like, where are my glasses? I found them. Here they are. Okay, so sorry about that. Life, it happens. All right, so now Mikaela used this embossing folder. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it in a minute, you guys. This is one of our 2-pack embossing folders that's in the main catalog. Oh my god, now he's like, woof. Coda. You guys. All right, where did it go? Here it is. So this is it's a 2-pack of embossing folders. One is the, Wintry 3D is the whole, I don't know. This is, anyway, there are 2 of them. They're not full size, so these will work in our mini embossing thing. Coda! Shh! Enough. gosh. Okay. Worse than children. All right. Sorry. Sorry, you guys. So it's a little half folder. And so this means it'll work in the mini. I don't use my mini very often, only because it's way over there. So I'm going to run it through twice because my paper is slightly longer than this. So I'm going to run it through actually closer. Okay, you see this line on the embossing folder? Donna pointed out that, well, that'll help you line up your paper real straight. That Donna, she's a smarty pants. Okay, so for your sandwich in your cut and emboss machine, take out all these little pieces, and you're going to use this one. This is the number 4, which is for thick folders, and I have it labeled so that I remember. So you pop that in with this top plate, run it through. And then I'm going to do it again. And because parts of it are going to be covered up, I'm not going to worry about lining it up so much. I'm just going to do this. Because it can't be too wide. It has to still be able to fit through your machine, right? It can't be over too far. I'm just going to go like this though. It'll still fit. And run it through again. Okay. So put this back here. So we're done with that embossing folder. I'll put my machine back over here. Okay, so there's our layer like that. And this is popped up on dimensionals, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'll just put it aside for now. This is probably going to go down here. You can see there's a little bit of a dent where the edge of that embossing folder went. And I'm not going to worry too much about it. Most of it's going to be covered, but you can take your bone folder and kind of rub the seam a bit, and it'll go away a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be that. And what Melissa did, or not Melissa, Mikaela, that's Balmy Blue. I don't want Balmy Blue. Did she use Balmy? She did use Balmy Blue. Didn't she? Hold on, you guys. Let me just see. No, she used Pool Party. No, sorry. Okay. Pool Party. I don't want Balmy Blue. I want Pool Party. Pool Party. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my brush, and I swear this is clean, but I don't think I cleaned it very well. She did a little bit of sponging just to highlight some of these snowflakes. So I'm just going to get out some scraps. So you can see just behind this in here, she sponged it using our sponges. So I'm just grabbing some scrap and a dirty brush. Hopefully it's not too, like, I did clean it recently. So she's just inked this up a bit. And now I want snowflakes. Oh, wow. We're just going to put a bit of color. Can you still see what's going on here? It is going to pull some of this blue. I don't think I cleaned this brush very well. She just put a little bit of shading here. And you can see it makes this pop out a lot more. This snowflake. So she just did a bit in behind here. And I wonder, maybe I'll do the snowflake too. Just to make it pop. You'll do all the snowflakes. Then can I call it my own card? So there is no shame. Like, I hear all the time from everybody, oh yeah, it's a really pretty card, but it's not my idea. I copied it from somebody else. So what? A beautiful card is a beautiful card. And there's no shame in that. People love I love when you guys copy my cards. Hi, Barb. Nice to see you. That's okay. You haven't missed much yet. We're making this fabulous card tonight. Anyway, so there's no shame in copying somebody's card. It's just proper etiquette, though, to say, hey, I copied this card from Mikaela Titheridge, right? It was her design. She came up with it. I copied it because it's so beautiful. Okay, so we've sponged that. So this is ready to go. So I'm going to put that aside. Now, I'm going to bring some of our other pieces here. She's used 4 stamp sets. So the Believe, let's just look at our picture here. The Believe is from the Jingle, Jingle, Jingle. The Cookie is from this one I used the other night to make this. It's got the cookie in it. Perfect, Barbara. I love that. Case away, sister. The letter is from Full of Love. And the glass of milk is from Brewed for You. So this made me so ridiculously happy, and also sad at the same time, that I had every product needed to make this card. I was excited because that has always been my dream. And then I went, wow, how much money have I spent to be able to say I have all the products needed to make this card? I don't know. The whole thing is just, it's out of control. All right. So this is a 2-step stamp. And you could, which means in order to get the full effect, you have to stamp it twice. Let me just see which blocks I need, because I've put all my blocks away. So there's an outline that says believe. And then there's an inside that says believe, but it's all fancy. So that's what she's done here. She stamped them both in the red. So maybe just for fun, and again, just to make it my own just a little bit, well, very, very little bit, I'm going to stamp the outline in Night of Navy. Ah, yes, I know you do want my tickle. Well, you know what? If you do this, Penny, for how many years I've been doing this? Almost 17 years. You too can have my tickle trunk. It's cost a lot of money. Well, actually, all of the stuff in my cave is technically free, because I have worked my business that whatever I bought, I have a separate bank account and a separate credit card. And so that I always knew if I was, in the red or in the black. And so also so that Craig didn't see. What's that? You spent $3,000 on stamping things this week? Yeah, that's great, honey. What he doesn't know, he doesn't need to know. So everything that I have in this tickle trunk of mine has been paid for by the profits of my business. So yeah, some were old expenses and some are new. We never tell it. No, never tell your husbands. And you never, no. What's that meme that goes around? If I die, sell my stamp stuff, but don't tell I tell my husband, don't sell it for what I told you I paid for it, or something like that. Okay, now this, I can tell by inking this. Can you see this? It is not very well inked. This needs to be re-inked, this red. So I'm going to show you how to re-ink it. If you've never re-inked an ink thing, if I can find my red. Here's my real red. All right, and actually I thought something's going to need re-inking, so I actually brought out my tools. So here are our re-inkers. Here's my ink pad. You're just going to squiggle some of the ink refill on your pad. I don't like to get too crazy. I don't want it to be so juicy. So because then it's too juicy, and then you have to remove some of the ink, and it's a big old pain in the slacka. Gonna take this is a plastic spoon, disposable spoon, and then it's just like icing a cake. You're just gonna push that ink into the pad and kind of, wiggle it around a bit. You want to have an even distribution of the ink so that you don't have half of your word inked nice and juicy and the other half not. So try to get it as even as you can, and now we're going to hope. I don't love this process because I usually don't do it very evenly. But now let's see if it's a little bit better. Yes, it's juicier. This is where the Stamparatus would really come in well, handy. But I'm going to try to wing it and see if I can get a really nice coverage. If the ink pad is too juicy, all these little dots and dashes and things, they're not going to be clear. They're going to be full of ink, and it's not going to be nice. So let's see if I can do this. So I've stamped the outline, and now because it's a see-through stamp, I can line this up pretty well, and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to push it down, and I can kind of see, oh, I didn't do it straight, but I can see where the ink is being transferred, and hopefully it's going to be solid enough for my liking. It is. Would have been nice if it was straighter. So I'm going to do it again. Hate keeping secrets, so I got rid of the husband. Oh, Teresa. Cheeky monkey. No, it's not so much that I have the secrets from Craig, but I don't want to have to explain, and it's my business. So, it's literally my business. So it's fine. And because I have the separate bank account and the separate credit card, that's all I use. So it's not touching the household money, and I know if I'm in, it's a clear. I know how I have a budget too for my stamping business. Okay, let's see if I can get this a little bit straighter this time. There we go. Find on the new photopolymer they don't ink up well until the third or fourth use. Yes. So Nikki, you can kind of prep these. Like you can rub them in Versamark first. You can kind of rough them up a little bit. Yeah, get some of the oils off. Like when there's a brand new one, a lot of times I'll ink it up and stamp it off. Ink it up, stamp it off. Ink it up, stamp it off, and kind of go on that way. This one's a little bit better. It's not ideal. Doesn't matter. So she actually fussy cut this, if you can believe it. So Princess, look away now because I know you're going to get all twitchy with all the fussy cutting, but it's not going to be too hard to do. 7:25, I better pick up my pace. So she just snipped them apart and fussy cut them. So it's not a card that you want to mass produce a million of, but you don't have to do this either. I mean, you could just leave it. She fussy cut them apart and pop them up on dimensionals. So these are my words believe. I'm going to pop them over here for a minute. Then she did in the magic. So here's this. I'm going to move my block. I'm going to bring this in. So believe in the magic. I'm going to stamp that in Night of Navy. I can't tell if she did it in black or blue or purple. I think it's my printer has gone crazy. I forgot to bring down my water, and of course now I'm dying. So I'm stamping in the magic. And remember how to spell it. Hi, Wendy. Well, now Wendy. Oh, that's okay. I can't do that. So this is Check It Out Tuesday, Thursday edition. I have changed from Tuesday. See, okay, Wendy, good for you for being trained. Wendy has been trained that I go live on Tuesdays. This is blurry. Wendy, we're now going live on Thursdays instead. Because I realized that Tuesdays no longer work for me. And in fact, I've kind of decided that Tuesdays never actually did work for me. I just stumbled across the Tuesdays, thank you, COVID. And then I just never stopped. But it never occurred to me to stop and think, did Tuesdays work for me? And Tuesdays really did not work for me. Yes, so now let's check it out Thursday. Excellent. Okay, so thanks for popping in. Now, so I'm going to quickly-ish fussy cut this. See, now this is the problem with when I kind of go off on little tangents about how to re-ink ink pads. They're great little tips, but it's really going to slow down the whole card making process. So I'll try, and it doesn't help that my dog was barking. I had to stop to discipline my dog. I'm all for my dog barking when there's people, when there are strangers in the house. But first of all, a bad guy wouldn't ring the doorbell. And second of all, when I tell you it's okay and be quiet, you're supposed to be okay and quiet. And I don't like being disobeyed. So he got in trouble. Now he's going to go sulk. All right, so I'm cutting. So we're going to believe in the magic. Okay, so there's that. Oh, you curl on Tuesdays. Excellent. Yes, the universe knows. Right, Wendy? Hold on, people. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I think it works out better for most people, actually. Definitely works out better for my family because Alicia works on Thursdays. So this way I'm not missing time with her. Thank you. I needed that. All right. Let's do the cookie. So the cookie is stamped on crumb cake. I'm going to stamp it with crumb cake on crumb cake and try to move this along a bit. Now I'm assuming that she used the dies coordinate to cut out the cookie. I'm wondering which is faster for me to use the dies. Now, maybe I should do it, that's in crumb cake. I'm also going to do it in early espresso because I'm thinking I might like the darker a little bit better. Looks like a chocolate chip cookie a little bit more. So I'm going to actually try this in this one. So I'm just turning around and there's a coordinating die for this. So this one, when I was using it last week, I pointed out that I'm pretty sure it's not going to carry over this set of stamps and dies. So I would recommend buying it. It is a very, very versatile set. This one, you can use it for all kinds of coffee cards and tea cards, alcohol cards. You can do all the things with it. So I think you should get this set. All right, so there's our cookie. Let's stamp the... Oh, tricky. All right, this one, I've not used this stamp set yet. So we just want this inside part. I'm going to do that in Night of Navy. Oh, hi, Marcella. Oh, who did you lose? What? Who did you lose? Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I don't want to take the time to read because I'm behind schedule here. Okay, so here is my, I need more scrap white. Here's some scrap white. So I just want this inside letter part. And so it's going to stamp down here. I don't need the foam pad because this isn't a photopolymer set. Fussy cutting shouldn't make anybody too twitchy on this one because it is going to be 4 cuts. So we're just going to take our paper snips and we're going to cut 1. Are you okay with this one, Princess? It's 4 lines. You can do it. 2. 3. 4. There we go. Okay, so there's that piece. Now, she had colored that with a little bit of red, the red heart. So I'm just going to grab my red marker. I'm going to use the skinny end. So you know we've got a skinny end, journaling end, and a brush end. And I'm just going to color in the heart. Okay, so there's my letter. Now, she also used, what else did she use? From the Jingle Jingle, she used the candy cane, this little guy. So I'll do that. There's just a lot of pieces. And this one, I'm not going to use it on the foam pad because I really don't need it. Okay. Don't have any of the sets to make it. Well, Nikki, there's an easy solution for that. Okay, so this one too, fussy cut, yeah. This is why Mikaela, like, she does amazing work, but you know that it takes her hours to come up with these cards because of this. But I mean, it's not hard. You're just not going to make 19 of these. I can tell you that for free. Okay. Now, I see comments coming through. I'm just not stopping to read them. I will go back though afterwards. Turn the paper, not your scissors. And if you have long nails, it can help or it can hurt. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now I just need a carrot. So, well, and a glass of milk. So the carrot, she just used some scissors and snipped out a carrot. So I don't know how to make a carrot. We do have a new carrot set coming in the Celebrations catalog. So I was thinking maybe she used that, but we can't get it yet, actually. So there's my carrot. And then for the top, she just, this is too big. Just grab some scrap. I've grabbed my parakeet party. How long do we want? I don't even want that big. Something like that. And then something. We just need to know how big to make the carrot top. And then she just snipped it. Snip. Snip. I'm afraid I'm going to either cut my... These scissors get so sharp. Like, they are so sharp. Like that. Okay. All right. So then that's going to be glued onto my little carrot. Although that should really be a little bit more like this. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of assembly here. And again, like when you find a card you like, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, right? Because nobody has really seen the original. Okay, that's a funny looking carrot, seriously. Anyway, I would like to use the one from the set that I don't own yet. But anyway, there's a carrot. Okay, let's make a milk. So, moving swiftly and with purpose. Okay, I've got the great big packs of vellum, but I tell you guys, I've almost gone through a whole pack of this stuff. It comes like this, and a whole, I thought they were all printed originally. Like these ones you saw, I made the fishing, these look like mountains. I've made my fishing card for my dad, and I've used this. I just slapped a sentiment on this one. Like these are great pieces, and then I thought, and you can stamp on that. But then they give you like a bazillion of just plain ones, which is great. But I went, well, I can cut my own. I'm not that lazy. However, in times like this, I'm like, hey, I'm going to use this stuff. So I'm grabbing my Brood for You set. I'm going to grab my embossing buddy. I'm going to see if I can find my white embossing powder, which I lose every freaking time. Is this white? Heat and stick. Where do I... Why? What is this? More heat and stick. Black, gold, copper. Okay. Where did I put the white? It was just loose. Oh, come on. I have to find it. Hang on. Oh, white. It's right on top. Hello. I'm going to need my heat tool. All right. Now, I'm not sure. Looking at the picture, it looks like she probably stamped this glass. I'm thinking in StazOn. So I don't, but you're not supposed to use StazOn with photopolymer stamps. So maybe I'll use the blue and hope that its heat set's okay. Or maybe I'll stamp it on the back. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. But when you put ink on vellum, it takes forever to dry. So I'm a little scared of what's going to happen here. I don't know. I'm going to try this Night of Navy. And then I know, no, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Night of Navy. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to do it here. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Maybe if I heat set it a little bit. I've done this before, and when I heat set on vellum, it kind of takes the color away. So let's just see what happens here. If I just try to dry this with my heat tool, maybe on level 1, not 2, which is a lower setting. Tracy, well, they're over there in a pile, all the pieces. So this is probably going to smudge. What I could have done was put clear embossing powder over it. I wonder if it's too late for that. Let me just see if that's going to smudge. It's still a little wet. Bear with me. I just don't want it to smudge. You know what? I am going to put clear on it. Where's my clear? Crystal clear. And then that's going to seal it if it doesn't take the color away. So here, I'm going to see if this will seal it. Okay, put that over here now. Okay, let's do this. Chalk marker. No, I'm going to use, okay, see, look at, can you see? Can you see that the, you can't because it's not focusing, but that clear embossing powder has attached to the blue because it was wet enough. So I'm just going to heat set this now. Yeah, I don't like StazOn anyway, Pat. I really don't like it. So I'm just going to heat set this with crystal clear. Okay, so now it's not going anywhere. That is set. Oh, maybe I should have waited for it to be completely dry. Hang on. Okay, well, I smushed that a little bit. Fine, whatever. Now I'm going to go in and see, like, now that's okay. The blue isn't going anywhere. It's not smudging. So now I'm going to go in with my Versamark. Penny, how you doing on this one? Is your head gonna spin? Like, what is she doing? What are all these toys I need? I don't know. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this inside piece. Put that on a block. Helps if you have 47 blocks like I do. Okay, now this one, I'm going to do it because it's a solid image. I'm going to stamp it on this foam pad. So I'm going to ink it in the Versamark. No, well, this isn't this. I mean, you could. So as you know, Donna, as I say, there's always more than one way to pluck a chicken. There are more than one way. There's more than one way to get this look. So yes, you could cut a piece of white paper. You could do a lot of different things. This is just how Mikaela did, pardon my head. This is how Mikaela did it, and it's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to stamp this here in the Versamark. All right, Penny. Did I call you Jane or did I call you Penny? I don't even know what I called you. Sorry. Hey, you. Hey, lady. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle this with white. First, I'm going to fold my piece of paper. Then I'm going to sprinkle it in white. And then I'm going to tip it back into the container. But anything that would have missed, I can just fold into the crease and tip back into the pot. Okay, now, now I'm going to heat set this. Now, before I want to heat set, I want to make sure that there are no little white flakes anywhere else that I don't want them. So that's pretty cool, right? Now it's going to be white, so I'm going to heat set this. Did I call you Penny? Good. Oh, my daughter's texting me, seeing if I wanted to play hairdresser. She doesn't know I'm on a live. See, they're trained. They think I do a live on Tuesdays. Okay, so you can see how this is melting. I'm doing it on setting number 1 because when vellum is involved, you don't want to overcook it because it'll curl. So I'm just melting it. Whoa, settle down there. On number 1, let me just text her. Hang on, I'll just let her know that I'm not ignoring her. Sorry. Good Lord, what a gong show. Dogs, kids. I'll just say, I'm on a live. Okay, now I'm going to cut this out with coordinating dies. Right here. See, the other thing I could have done, instead of embossing it, right, I could have cut this out with white. There's so many different ways you could do this. Now, I'm thrilled I get to dig out all these toys. Okay, look, there's my glass of milk. Okay, so what have we got here? Believe, check, cookie, carrot, milk, candy cane, this. So I just have to cut out the words believe, slap them down, we're done. Okay. Okay, I'll just say in 15. Okay. Then it all just comes together. So, today was a very busy day. Took the dog to the spa, took the car in for an oil change, $200 later. Our oil changes are free, but oh, in order to keep up with those free oil changes, you know, you have to keep up with the maintenance, and we recommend you do blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, whatever. Bill me. Call me when it's done. And then, okay, so we're getting our floor on Monday. Oh my God, you guys, renovations. Oh, who would have them? Craig has moved every piece of furniture from our main floor. I mean, I was like, where's my seasoning salt? In a box. I'm like, where? Like everything is in a box somewhere. The shoes, like the coat, everything that was on the floor. Everything. Pots and pans, potatoes, like you name it. And then we've had to empty out every drawer, like in the front hall closet, we have a very large front hall closet that has a bookcase in it. So that has all of my stamping orders and all my cookbooks and all my Christmas presents and all the things. And that, I mean, the bookcase, everything has to be moved. He took all of the doors off. He's taking all the trim off from around the doors. He's washing all the walls. Like, oh my God, the man is going to drop. He's painted, like primed around the doors. Oh, it's exhausting. We have to move. Well, we're going to have them move the washer and dryer. Like we're paying, I think you have to pay like $100 per appliance. I'm like, well, what are you supposed to do with the washer and dryer when you get a new floor on? It's crazy. So he's done all of that today. The man is going to have like some serious aches and pains tomorrow. Ugh, so much involved. So much. So I'll be very glad when this is over. It's very disruptive. And we all kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I snapped out of it pretty quickly. But Alicia's like, oh, I'm not looking forward to today. And I was like, oh, I'm not looking forward to today, Craig. I'm not looking forward to today. So it's been an interesting Bertram day. And I'm not sure that I would recommend anybody do this, what I'm doing right now. This is a bit of a, wow, I really love you to do this. Because I'm not sure it adds that much more to the card. Can't we just have stamped the believe and put it as it was? I don't know. We're getting some vinyl plank. No, laminate? We're getting laminate. Vinyl. No, we're getting vinyl. I don't know what we're getting. Vinyl plank? I don't know. But it's nice. It's like a whitewashed, it's like a grayish wood. You know what I'm talking about. Like if you've seen my coffee table, it's a bit of a whitewashed wood. So it's lighter than what we have. And we have is part tile and part laminate right now. So it's all going to be the same. Like they're just laying the floor on top of our existing floor. Yeah. But then all of our trim, like we have all the oak. So all of the oak is going. It's all going to be white. Well, our entire house is oak. It goes up the stairs, into the bedrooms, up into the bonus room. It's everywhere. So this is just phase one. And I said, well, you mess with the main floor, you're going to have to do the entire upstairs at some point. And that's going to involve new carpets. Where do you put the beds when you're getting new? Like, I can't even. I said, like, we're just going to have to hire somebody and go to Mexico for 2 weeks because, oh, it's going to be. Actually, I said it has to be in the summer. We'll ship the kids. We'll let them live with grandma for a couple of months because it'll be unbearable. Like, we're not going to be able to eat in here for a couple of days because, like, no, it's not happening. Anyway, okay, I need a sip of water and then we're going to assemble. Like, we're done here. We've done all our pieces. Cool. Anyway. Okay. Let's bring it all together. Where's my picture? Okay, so this is going to go up on dimensionals. Let's make that happen. That's easy enough. Poke tool. Oh, wrong side, Bertram. There we go. Actually, I wonder if I like this side better. Anyway, too late. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Using up the corners for into some more. Is there? Yeah, there's a big snowflake. That's one of our snowflakes. I don't have to make that. It's here. I got it. Okay, so I'm going to put these 2, 3. It's one of our iridescent snowflakes. The wonderful snowflakes, they're called. It's over here. Okay, so step 1. Put that down. Step 2. Let's bring in our snowflake. There we go. These are sturdier than one would think. And of course, you're not going to throw away these edges because you could punch out or die cut a lot of stuff out of this. Like this is some serious real estate here. You're not going to throw that away, right? Okay, I don't know. Y'all are talking, so I know you've got some sidebars going on there. Okay, so here is my milk. So I lost my milk. All right, so this is going to go here, and I don't think I'm going to pop this up on a dimensional like I normally do. They fit our dimensionals, but I don't think so. I'm just going to use a glue dot. So what I like to do, I could use my pokey tool, but I'm going to take this and I'm just going to stick it right to the dot and pull it up and avoid the whole mess and kerfuffle. So we're going to stick that down. Okay. Now, carrot can go here. It's one weird looking carrot. That's pretty bright, but anyway. Then we have a cookie. And then we have a glass of milk. And it has a candy cane. And then we've got a letter. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then Billy. Oh, okay, this is going to do my head in. So my spacing isn't going to be the same as hers, but I think I need to just get this down. So let's do this. We're just going to add some glue and slap it down and hope that it looks okay. Hope that my dimensions are doing pretty good. So I'm going to use some liquid glue, put my carrot down. Carrot. I think I'd be happy if most of that was covered because that's a scabby looking carrot. The glass of milk, the cookie I'm going to pop up on a dimensional. Okay, okay, I am driving the girls tomorrow morning for sure. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, tomorrow is another day. I have to get my newsletter out, you guys. There's a big sale happening December 1. If I get my newsletter out by December 1, I will be truly amazed. Okay, so that's going to go here. This, I'm just going to glue most of the... I'm going to put the glue right behind the milk so you can't see it. Because vellum, when you're attaching vellum, it's not pretty if you can see the glue. So we're going to type. I'm going to glue that down here like that. And then I'm going to, Mr. Candy Cane, I'm just going to put the glue on the bottom part that's going to attach down here. And it's going to hang over like that. Oh my gosh, I love that. Marcella, you don't know about the sale? The last chance sale. Oh my gosh, I have to post the link, you guys. Like, there are some dies that are like 60% off. Seriously. Ridiculous. Ridiculously good deal. So it's the last chance list for items from the holiday catalog. They're while supplies last. And there's a bunch of stuff on sale. Big time sale. Okay, I'll post it. And you're on my email list, right, Marcella? And or check out the Stampin' Up! Website. You're active, right, Marcella? Are you active? No. Wait, what? No. I don't know. Where's my bee? Here's my bee. Okay, this guy, he's going to be pretty much covered, so I'm going to put some glue under here because I can't have him flapping in the wind. Anyway, if you're not on my newsletter list, get on my newsletter list because I will be sending out the links. Oh my gosh, you guys. Why? Why is everybody dinging me? That's all I've heard today. Okay, so Mikaela, I still have 7 minutes. She put mini dimensionals on the back of all the letters. I don't need that many actually, so let's just do this. Okay, that one's too big. That will irritate me because we'll see it. Oh, okay. Okay, and now I'm cutting dimensionals in half. Life's not too short for that. No. Oh my gosh. How does an hour go so fast, you guys? I don't think I'm ever going to mail this card. Because I need one for my stash, and I don't know that I'll ever make another one because it is a little time consuming, but maybe. Maybe on those days where you just need to get down to the cave and escape from the people. Look at all these E's. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah. Hi, Sandra! Okay, so I'm just, yeah, dimensionals. What might have been a better idea, no, I'm thinking if I would have used my, nope, never mind. I was thinking of using the foam sheets and stamping on that, but all right, a couple more here. Life is definitely too short for cutting dimensionals in half when they're these small little guys. Like, this is not okay with me. I don't normally do fussy, you know that. Okay. Oh, while I'm hanging out here. So if you guys are demonstrators and you are planning to come to our extravaganza in March. So there is an in-person one March 18th. There is a virtual one April 1st. If you are wanting to be in on that, the stamp set that we are going to be ordering as part of your swag and part of your registration is going to be available for you to purchase like on December 1. So if you're thinking of coming to our extravaganza, do not order that stamp set. Tracy, can you type it? Are you here? No, wait, I don't know where my catalog is. Hang on. I don't want you guys to order. Tracy, are you in the house tonight? Here it is. Never mind. So if you're coming to the extravaganza, do not order the stamp set something fancy. Okay? Don't order it because that's what you're getting in the extravaganza thing. Okay, back to my... Okay, here we go. It's all coming together now. Where's my belief? Oh, are you kidding me right now? Honestly. Mikaela, what are you thinking, girl? Jeez, I'm going to have to cut more dimensionals. This is crazy. Okay. All right, I'm going to cut a couple more. Oh, Lord, girl. What are you doing to me? Yes. So demonstrators can pre-order starting December 1. Do not order that set. We will be doing... It's going to be my newsletter. If I can... Tomorrow I'm going to my dad, so I'm hoping to get my newsletter done. No. So much to do. Okay. In the magic. My dad didn't sleep in the other day, so I didn't get anything done because when he's awake, I don't work, right? Okay, so in the wake. All right. Believe in the magic. So now she just went willy-nilly with believe. So B... I don't know what my spacing is here, so maybe I should do that first. B, E... Oh, Tracy's here. Okay, L. I. Oh, Lord. Yeah, you tell him, Tracy, while I try to spell. I. E. I just want to make sure that I've got enough space here. V. I only have 3 minutes, so hurry up. E. Believe. I want this B over here more. Now that it's stuck down to something. It's stuck to my snowflake. Okay, I'm going to put my B way over here. B. Everyone gets a something fancy stamp set, and you'll have the option to add the dies for an extra $37 so that you're still getting the bundle at the bundle price. That is correct. Thank you, Tracy. My lovely assistant coach and friend. You all know I'd be nothing without Tracy. This L is, oh, that's not okay. That's B-E-L. I. The beauty of this is it doesn't have to be straight. It's all whimsical. E. V. So registration is coming on that. Yeah. It's all coming. Stay tuned. It's coming soon. Believe. Wait, now there's more. Believe in the magic. Now, the last thing that Mikaela did was she put down, look, I still have 2 minutes. She put down some rhinestones from these things, which are the fine sparkle adhesive back gems. Tamara, what is this container you have your things in? I hear you cry. Well, you can thank Pat B for that, because Pat tuned me into these passport vinyl envelopes on Amazon, and they've saved a bunch of room in my stash. Because these, what I normally use are the clear cases, and I've just gotten rid of like 6 of these, and I've only been putting things in it for 10 minutes. So this is kind of what I'm going to do a lot of my embellishments in. So Mikaela, where did you put your things, girl? Let's see, there are different sizes. These are the ones that coordinate with the gnome dies, or the gnome suite. 1, 2, 3. She did more. 3. And then I'm going to go like 4. No, I could go in the middle of the snowflake. 5. Like, you're getting 6 rhinestones. What? Yeah, I really love you if you get this card. Did I put it on upside down? No, okay. Believe. Oh my gosh. This glue is making my milk look weird. It makes my milk look curdled. I did it, you guys. I did it. Finished. Yes, they are fantastic. They were what? They were about, I want to say $7 for 10. Was it even that much? Pat, how much are these? They're not very much money, but you get 10 of them. I don't know how much they were. Anyway, look at that. You could do this in all the different colors. Like this could be any color. So there we have it. It is 8 o'clock. I did it. I did it. I get a goat scream. And I get some applause. Penny wins a stamp set. It's all going on tonight, you guys. That was fun. I got to play with so many toys. And look how cute that is. I love it. I love it. Very cool. I'm going to read the rest of your comments. I know there's something I'm forgetting. I'm all kerfuffled because it is Thursday and I'm thinking it's Tuesday, but tomorrow's Friday. And so I will be here at 10. I hope to be here at 10 o'clock, $14.55 for 10. Really that much, Pat? I didn't think I paid. Oh yeah, maybe I did. Yeah. So $1.40 each, but hey, that's okay. So I'm going to have if I get back in time from driving the kids, and I should be able to, I will be here for my virtual newsletter at 10 a.m. If you signed up for my class, for my tags, my everything for whatever the Celebrate with Tags class, that's tomorrow night. All the things. Saturday I'm out Saturday I'm out. I don't even know what else to say. I will figure it out. But tune in tomorrow at 10 and I'll tell you more things. I'll see if I can have all my stuff together for the last chance sale, Marcella. So 10 o'clock here. It's 3 hours later. Like it's 8 o'clock right now. Is it 11 o'clock where you are? So if it's at 10 o'clock my time, it's 1 o'clock your time. Pop in and check out my virtual newsletter and I'll tell you more about the sale. Pat, I'm not starting over. The things that are carrying over, I will let you know. There's a bunch of stuff that's carrying over. So pop in at 10. Thank you, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. That was a very cool card. That was so cool. So yeah, welcome to Check It Out Tuesday, the Thursday edition. I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great night. Bye.